you've got a situation where people are like, okay, you got to follow your passion, or they're like, you should do debate and you should be a part of Model UN. Those are very well crafted routes where people have gone. And if you're going to excel in some of the identified routes, you better be the superstar over there. But if you take a path where, like Tosca talked about, Ashwaya, you've done some of those as well, which is if it's a path which is uncharted, even if you go a little higher in there, it shows amazing initiative. It gets people excited. It's not exciting to see somebody who was on debate team for 4 years, but did not cross a certain number of levels. It still looks good, no doubts. But that's a path which is well honed, well curated. So you are expected to do a lot more. You couldn't do maybe a year of piano and say, I'm great, I should put this on my resume. But if you came up with a new instrument of your own, or you uniquely came up with your own beat and that you published somewhere, now that's initiative.
That's a perfect example too, because I'm thinking of one of my friends here. He loved music throughout high school, but he didn't just stop by taking piano classes. He started writing his own symphonies. And I think he had like some 17-piece symphony that he wrote and performed with some of his friends. And he still does music to this day. And I overhear him having 2-hour-long conversations with his friends about music. And it's because he actually did like it. And that's why he had the energy to be so good at it. So that's part of the strength of a brand, is when a school is admitting you and they think, this is a weird example maybe, if they think they're buying Oreos and then you show up and they open the package and it's Chips Ahoy, they're going to be confused. So if you are saying this is what I love, and then you show up at school, at college eventually, and that's not at all what you're doing, something is off. That means that the brand wasn't correct. And we're trying to avoid that. So.
Well said, well said. In fact, that's where I really want us to, that's one of the reasons I wanted to do this session today with the team. This is the holy grail of this discussion. How do you do less and have it more impactful? So let's move to how these what we call them as high school superstars. What are the traits? They actually think big. They take risks. They experiment. They go against the thread, if you will, and they create their own trajectories, and they just make it all happen.